Time now for another CTV sports presentation. East China High School Sports is presented by Magna, magna.com/careers, with support from LaFontaine Chevy, Buick GMC, where you get the family feel, by Murphy Inn Hotel and Restaurant, by St. Clair Ace Hardware, by LaFontaine Ford, where you get the family deal, and by North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way, and by CTV Community TV for Marine City and St. Clair. Now let's join our announcers for East China High School sports action.
Hello friends, and welcome into East China Stadium, where tonight we've got East China United Lacrosse going against Grosse Pointe North. I am your commentator, Reed Packin, for tonight's game. And we've got an interesting matchup. Grosse Pointe North is coming into this game with no wins, so I'm sure they're getting antsy in the locker room on the sidelines to get a couple goals in the net, walk away with a win. Opposite side, St. Clair's on a 3-game losing streak right now, and it's not been pretty either. So, regardless, it should be a very close matchup. Should be a very intense game. Hopefully, we can kind of see some points get put on the board, as we've got both teams meeting up in the middle of the field for some final checks and some final discussions with refs, players. After this, though, we'll get a face-off and see what's going down. Mentioned before, East China on a slippery slope right now. They're 3-5, 2-3 in the MAC White. Previous losses to Stony Creek, where they lost 3-14. Lance Cruz North, where they lost 5-22. And Chip Valley, which we were on that game, they lost 8-10. Close game, great game. So they're looking to bounce back here. Face off in the middle of the field. Grosse Pointe North comes up with it for now. Whistle, false starts. East China will hold on to possession. They'll come in through the middle. Up top now. Passes up middle. Shoots. Quick shot on goal to start off the game. I believe that was Matt Jones. Yeah, it was Matt Jones. Here comes East China again. Passing to the short corner. Rolls deep into the middle. Now picked up by Grosse Pointe North. They're on a counter. Threw this one away. Both teams looking a little slow to start off here. Now Grosse Pointe's got it back behind the net. GPN now coming up short. Shoots middle. Good stop and save from East China. Guy on the far sideline trying to get it across. Loses it. GPN comes up with it. Moving it down the sideline into the short corner. Far corner. Now behind the net. Getting pressed defensively. Makes a move. In that far corner, moving into the middle now. Looking for a pass. Backs away. Looking to reset now. Top of the field. Swings it across. Missed pass. Rolls out. Turnover for GPN. Mentioned before, GPN, no wins yet this season. They're 0-9, 0-5 in the MAC White. Previous losses, 0-17 against Troy, 2-6 against Lance Cruz, and a loss of 1-19 against Troy Athens. So just not able to really hit on any cylinders so far in the season. Can't really get a lot of scores and can't stop a lot of scores from going in. Nine games into the season. We'll see what Coach Jim Ellis can do. Sorry, Coach Mark Seppala. Matt Jones in the short corner now. Passes. It's top. Goes far corner. Lost the pass. A lot of bad receptions so far, and some just off-the-mark passing, causing for a lot of turnovers early in this game. Grosse Pointe now. We're working it out of their defensive half. Bobbles it. East China fighting now. Scoops it. Got it. Ben Harwood coming up the middle of the field. Takes a check, passes up to Jones. Jones spins. Passes, short corner. Cash Chapman trying to wrangle it in. Finally got it. Deep in the short corner. Now shallow inside. Ben Harwood chases this one down. Working his way up into the middle. Passes wide. Back to Harwood. Harwood loses it. Scooped up by Jones. Coming back to the top. Passes in. Shoots. Wide right. East China will take it out of the back. Hunter Hansen was there. Had a good opportunity. Shoot and score. Just pushed it a little wide. Cash Chapman now taking it out. Goes back up top. Hansen. Hansen over to Cartwright. Cartwright to Jones. Jones fighting for it. Scoops. Keeps it in. Saved. GPN picks it up. Loses it now. Big scramble for the possession. GPN now working it out through the middle. Loses it. Big swings all over the place from GPN. Now East China taking their time, working it in. Here's Wynn. Passes, far corner, back to Wynn. Wynn wanted to shoot, passes out of it. Now goes short corner to Jones. Jones back over to Wynn. Wynn on the inside of Hudson. Hansen. Wynn trying to find in, shoots off the keeper. Good deflection. Cash Chapman chasing this one down. Back to the field fighting for it. Big scrum behind the net. Cash Chapman gets out of there. Here's Jones. Jones up top to Wynn. Wynn can't get a handle on it. GPN gets it across. After the flag, East China will keep possession here. East China shoots from deep. Good shot on net. Good save from the keeper, number 27. Nathaniel Gray. Gray launches this one up, bounces through the middle. Melcharsnik comes up. Passes out. Can't receive the ball on the first attempt. Scoops it. Gets it across midfield. Running up the far sideline. Spins. Now moving to the middle of the field. Passes in. Passes wide now. Goes to the short corner to Jones. Behind the net, Chapman. Chapman looking to get in the middle. Passes broken up by GPN. Scooped up by East China. Cartwright's got it. Into Jones. Jones wants to shoot. Does so. Off the ground. Saved from Gray. Grosse Pointe North throws it across midfield. Can't scoop it. They got it. Moving it now to the middle of the field. Open man. Passes in. Probably one too many passes there. I saw the idea, but he was wide open. Number 15, Levi Olsey. And just a one-on-one with the goalie. Elected to pass across. If it would have connected, it would have worked, but he was covered by probably 3 defenders in the area. Olsey working in the short corner now. Now behind the net, working it back in, trying to get an opportunity. Gets it up to the middle of the field. Works it back out. Slaps it down. Working in the middle now. Shoots. Wide left and out. East China will take it out of their defensive back line. Melcharznik up with it. Passes to 12, Carson Hudis. Hudis across. Trying to get a touch. Trying to get a touch. Pass into Chapman. Chapman shoots. Left of the net, picked up by Wynn. Wynn up top to Pulaski. Pulaski across to Hudis. Hudis trying to scoop. Has got it. Spins back. Loses the pass. Now GPN on the counter. Coming up the far sideline. Goes across. Just way too long on that one. Rolls out the back. Melcharznik with the ball. Tosses it up. Frazier loses it. Now up. Middle of the field. Fight for it. Scooped by Frazier now. Frazier. Pass is completed. Can't get across midfield. Slapped away. Scrum for the ball. No possession. Now scooped by East China. They get across midfield. Pulaski working it into the middle. Gives it up. Wynn's got it. Back up top. They look to reset. Jones, opportunity. Knocked down off the shot from a defender. Jones again. He's got it. Stripped away. Ball is still loose. Hansen with it on the far sideline. Gets open into some space. Cash Chapman behind the net. Looking for Jones. He's got him in the short corner. Gets it up top. Goes far corner. Up in the middle to Jones. Shoots. Off the post. Stayed in. Very close to a goal. Official was right there on the line. Didn't bounce over across the line. So that is a no goal. Almost bounced off the keeper's heel back into the net, but never did. Even the crowd, I think everybody thought it was a goal. Here comes GPN now. One-on-one with the goalie. Shoots. Deflected by Melcharznik. Great save. Gets it across. Big hit from GPN. East China still with possession. Wynn trying to scoop it. Can't do so. GPN's going to come away with it. Long stick. Moving across midfield. Gets it up into the far corner now. Looking for somebody in the middle. Streaking across. Knocked away. Good defensive play. I believe that's Caden Hudson. Jones shoots. Wide right. Cash Chapman taking it out from the back line. Into the middle. Opportunity to throw. Oh, off deflected off the keeper's right foot. Jones picks it up. Almost a goal. He was one-on-one in very close territory. Just couldn't get that one off. Deflected off the keeper's left foot. Jones in the short corner now. Goes up top to the middle. Wynn shoots and scores for the first goal of the game. Looked like it was bound to happen anytime, and there it is. Off the assist from Matt Jones. And that short corner passed it right up to Ryan Wynn, who found a soft spot in the middle of the field. Great little underhand slingshot. And East China United scores first. GPN comes up with this face-off. Now moving across midfield. Passes up to the far corner, knocked away. Number 30 for East China now working up the far sideline. He still doesn't have a number on our roster. Jones spins, wants another shot. Deflected off to the far sideline. Wins, scoops it. Up top, Huddis looking to Jones. Jones got it. Back up top to the middle. Substitute comes in, Harwood. So we got a flag on the field. Very little heads-up play from East China there. Harwood came in off the sideline, right up into his spot, right from the sideline, and Jones just dumped it off to him. Quick shot in stride. Just a little bit wide. Jones will take it out of the short corner. Passes behind to Cash Chapman. Chapman going to the far corner. Harwood up top. Into the middle. Over the top of the pass was a little long. Went right to the keeper. Gray now gets it out. Number 2, Tegan Harbin trying to get across midline now. Gets it, and he's going down the far sideline. Loses it for now. Scooped up back by Grosse Pointe North. Now working into the middle of the field. Slapped away by East China. They're trying to scoop it and get it out. Now scooped by Grosse Pointe, but we got a whistle. Here comes GPN. Shoots. Deflected off the left side of the goal. Picked up by Melcharsnik. And that will do it for the first quarter. East China scores first in the game. Scores 1-0. We'll be back after this break.
Ace Hardware in St. Clair is your all-new local hardware store in St. Clair, located on the west side of the Riverview Plaza. Ace Hardware in St. Clair, now completely remodeled for all of your hardware needs. Your local Ace Hardware, of course, stocks all the quality Ace products you've grown to know and trust. Paint, tools, keys, everything hardware. Ace Hardware, St. Clair, on the west side of the Riverview Plaza.
Magna is a proud sponsor of high school sports on CTV Community Television. Supporting our local schools and organizations is part of Magna's commitment to making a difference in our community. With a focus on innovation and growth, Magna is also hiring. Visit magna.com to learn more about opportunities with a global leader in mobility technology. Magna, driving the future right here in our community.
And welcome back to the second quarter. East China was able to score first. Can they keep the momentum going? Or can Grosse Pointe North answer back quickly here? So far, game's been in favor of East China. They've been moving the ball around pretty fluidly, pretty easily in GPN's defensive third. And GPN hasn't really been putting up much of a fight defensively. They've been getting some opportunities attacking off of some minor errors from East China. They just haven't been able to capitalize. I say this as East China's having trouble getting it through their midline. GPN a little bit confused about which way to go. Now cuts through the middle, loses it. Scoops it down the sideline into the far corner. Spins. Looking to go up top. Over to win. Chapman in the short corner. Passes up to Hansen. Hansen to the middle. Shoots. Scores. Adam Hussein with the goal there. Received the pass, turned, found himself staring down the goalie one-on-one, put it bottom right for an easy goal for East China.
East China goal scored by number 22, Adam Usan. Assist number 16, Hunter Hansen.
Another face-off here. East China pushes it back. GPN scoops it. Coming down the middle now. Passes up. Had a man wide open. Over the top, though. Rolls out the back line. East China will get it back. Melcharznik looking for somebody. Getting pressed by an attacker. Going to run this thing across. Passes across midline. Now down the far sideline. Jones passes across to Wynn. Wynn up top. Shoots. Good save from Gray. Nice shot from Caden Hudson. Caught up top. Didn't waste no time. Let it fly. Just a good save from Grosse Pointe North there. Now on the attack. Here comes GPN. Flag. And possession will stay on this half of the field. I believe Emerson Hilliker will be taking this one up. Nope, sorry. Far sideline. Now it's up to Hilliker. Hilliker down to Listman. Listman into the short corner. Back to Listman. Back to Hilliker. Cross to Welch. Welch to the far corner. Now moving up top. Good movement from Grosse Pointe North. Now stuffed up in the middle. Breaks free in the far corner. Back up top now. Looking to go cross. Gets it across to Listman. Listman back to the short corner. Now in the middle. Found an opportunity. Tried to shoot off the reception. Another whistle, but East China will get possession. Melcharznik receives the pass. Taking his time behind the net. Passes up to no one. Right to Grosse Pointe North. Grosse Pointe North can't wrangle it in. East China's got it. Gets it across midfield. Pulaski working in the middle now. Over to Wynn. Wynn goes across. Good jump up by the defensive long stick. Scooped away. Grosse Pointe North now trying to get it out. Almost intercepted by Jones. Gray slings this one out. Gets across midfield. Grosse Pointe North can't scoop it. Frazier tries to swipe it away. Can't do so. Grosse Pointe North still making motion down the sideline. Gets in the far corner, the deep far corner. Going behind the net now. Gets it up top. Opportunity to shoot. Score. Oh. Ooh, I thought that was almost a goal. Good save from Melcharznik. Grosse Pointe North resets up top. Swim move, shoots, easy save, and a flag. Jack Furlan got called. Have to sit in the box. Grosse Pointe North will take it out of the short corner. This is Levi Olsey. Passes up. Now they reset up top. Gets it across now. Goes deep in the far corner, coming up towards the middle. Back up top. Working it in. Passes, short corner. Swings it up to the middle. Opportunity. Deflected once again. Melcharsnik chases this one down. And we're going the other way. Good defensive stand from East China. GPN has been taking a bit of a different approach these last few attacks. A lot slower possessions. Just working it around the perimeter with passing and just motions. And then just waiting for a guy to dive in. They've had some opportunities. East China gets it across. Got it in the far corner. It's Jones. Jones looking in the middle. Win. Shoots. Bounces down and left of the goal. And that is going to be Grosse Pointe's possession. Can't receive the pass, but now picked up. Gets it across midfield. Sprinting right down the middle. It's number 19, Dane Wilson. But now we're going the other way. Frazier gets it up. Win. Now trying to work it into the middle. Gets it behind. Cash Chapman wanted to shoot. Takes it back behind the net. Looking for somebody in the middle. Jones has got it. Opportunity, shoots and scores. A low roller. Bottom left of the net. Play started with Ryan Wynn working into the middle. Gets it to Cash Chapman right next to the goal. Tried to take a dive in for a shot. Realized nothing was there, so bounced it out behind the net. Found Matt Jones right around the circle. He spun out of two defensive players and just sent a low shot right into the net. East China now up by 3 as we have another face-off here. Scooped back by East China, now scooped up by East China. Broken up. East China still got it for now. Trying to get across, but he's got defenders on him. Launches this thing up. Cash Chapman is going to try to run this one down. Keeps it in play. Just gets scooped up by defenseman. No, Chapman comes up with it. Up top now. Working into the middle. Shoots. No. Holds it. And loses it. Grosse Pointe North coming the other way. Long pass. Out of bounds. Going the other way now. Frazier will be taking this one out of the sideline. Pressed. Goes to Melcharsnik. Melcharsnik gets it across. Over the head. Bounces once. Can't scoop it. Now he's got it. Coming into the middle. Shoots. Deflected left. And they'll keep it. Gets it over to Win in the short corner. Up top. One more time to the middle. Gets into the far corner. Shoots off the post. Right back up top to East China now. In the middle of the field. Oh, good idea. Trying to get it to the far corner. Just a little on the outside. Rolls out. That's turnover. Another laser of a shot. I believe that was Matt Jones. And he gets a steal coming down. Looks to shoot. Does so. Over the top. Deflected down by Gray. Deflection. Ben Harwood with the goal. Picked up the rebound. Saw a one-on-one with the keeper. Just launched one in. Below the post. For another East China goal. And after that, East China goal, Grosse Pointe will take a timeout. You know, that goal scorer, Ben Harwood, a lot have been wondering when he's really going to step into these games. He's a big bright spot for this East China squad. He showed it there with a nice goal. Coming out of the timeout right into another face-off. East China up 4-0 against Grosse Pointe North. If you're GPN, you need to answer in some way or another. You cannot allow this to be another big loss. I've been seeing a lot of those. Just need something to get going. Whistle off the face-off. East China will take it. Pass is given up. Jones picks it up. Over across to Wynn. Wynn shoots. Try to go for a low swing shot. Launch that one to the moon. Way over the net. Cash Chapman will take it out of the back. Jones across to Wynn. Wynn up top over the head to Pulaski. Now cuts in the middle. Trying to get it to Chapman. Good defensive pressure. Forced a bad pass out of the back line. GPN is now coming the other way. Max Daly will take it out of the back. Is looking to outrun too. Big swing from Matt Jones. Fights through it. Daly gets it up now to the middle. Now working it through too. Bobbing and weaving, loses the ball. Pulaski fighting for it. Grosse Pointe North is real chippy here on these 50-50s. It's the way you got to be, though. Set the tone. Big scrum for the ball. Finally pops out free to Daly. Daly lets it go out wide. I believe that's Wilson, Dane Wilson now with it. Gets it to the far corner. Looking to make a move. Backs away. Low shot. Deflected. Behind the net now. Levi Olsey looking to kind of reset from behind the net. Some guys diving in. He works into the short corner. Gets it to the middle. Man was there. Got through. Welch now working it out from that far sideline into the middle. Makes a move. Cuts in the middle. Shoots. Wide right. Good defensive stand from East China. They'll take over. Charznik passes up. They get it across midline. Can't receive the pass. It's free. East China can't pick it up. Grosse Pointe now coming the other way, but another missed pass. These boys are having trouble scooping the ball. Just constant harassment from both teams. If the ball's on the ground, they're not. If they can't get it, no one can get it. That's the mentality they're going with. Cash Chapman now works it in, shoots, scores off a bouncer to the bottom right. Another good goal from East China there. Just kind of staying patient, just waiting for things to kind of open up for themselves. Cash Chapman usually plays it deep, but in transition found himself more in front of the goal. Received the pass. Just kind of turned and got around one and just found the opportunity to shoot bottom right. 5-0 East China, and we're in for another face-off. Still free, scooped up by East China. Judd Brown up the far sideline. Pulaski. Pulaski in the far corner. No, sorry, Jones to Pulaski. Pulaski tried to shoot, fell out of the back of his net. Now he scoops in the middle of the field, passes across to Hansen now in the short corner. Passes up top. Wynn now with it. Back to Hansen. Hansen shoots, bottom left, and scores. Man. East China putting on a bit of a clinic right now, 6-0. No answer yet from Grosse Pointe North. And it's all stemming from their Grosse Pointe North's defense. They're just not pressuring. East China's just finding themselves open with just one-on-ones with the keeper. In that instance, Hansen passed it up to Wynn. Defense just kind of floated off to kind of fill space in the middle of the field, leaving Hansen just open. Wynn smartly went right back to Hansen and took a rip at the bottom left side of the net and got a goal out of it. If you got no defense in front of you, yeah, take your shots every time. Whistle. Grosse Pointe North will be taking it up now. Passes up. Can't get a handle on it. Scoops it. Loses it. Still free. Now scooped away by a long stick on East China. Gets across midfield. Frazier looking to shoot. Bounces just wide. Bottom left of the goal. Good shot in transition. When you get up there as a defenseman, your eyes get kind of big when you see the net and just kind of an open lane. You want to get a shot off. All right, we're up top now. Across to Matt Jones. Moving into the far corner. Now behind the net. Comes back far corner. Goes up top to Wynn. Wynn across to Hansen. Hansen, nothing there. Flags are thrown. Wynn across to Jones. Rolls out of bounds. Captain Aiden Selenica. Flag there. Have to come sit out in the box. Just a bit of an egregious chop. Matt Jones will take it out of the far corner. Another whistle. They're just resetting. Wynn in the middle field, shoots quickly. Underhand shot over the net once again. He wants to get one of those in. He's been doing it a lot. Just gotta, I don't know, release a little bit sooner so you're not catching it on your upswing so much. Matt Jones up to Cartwright, over the head of Cartwright. Wynn will chase this one down. Saves it. Goes across behind the net to Cash Chapman. Cash Chapman back to Jones. Flag is thrown from the middle of the field. Jones looking in. Can't find anyone. Shoots wide of the net. Flag on number 12, John Smarch of Grosse Pointe North. He'll also be in the box. And East China still holds on to possession, coming out of the back of the field. Into Cash Chapman from behind the net. Up to Matt Jones. Matt Jones looking for an opportunity. Up to Cartwright. Cartwright down to Chapman. Up in the middle. Shoots and scores. Ben Harwood second. Another great goal from Ben Harwood, son of Don Harwood, Pepper Joe's fame. And now time will only tell if he will get his hat trick.
13, Ben Harwood. Assists, number 7, Cash Chapman.
Just another good, strong possession from East China. Really just killing clock as we got 3 seconds to go in halftime. And East China is going to walk in the locker room up 7-0. Really just a great half of lacrosse for them. Just dominating on both sides of the field defensively, offensively, just killing clock. And they'll be coming into the second half feeling good, looking to keep this momentum going. But we'll be back after this break.
LaFontaine, Michigan's ultimate Ford dealer. Shop from over 1,600 vehicles from 5 Michigan locations, offering on-the-spot mobile service. And buy 3 tires, get 1 free every day. Start shopping now at LaFontaineFordLincoln.com.
Well, they've got drink specials every day. Rooms upstairs if you want to stay. If you love music, hear it play at the good old Murphy Inn. At the good old Murphy Inn.
Looking for a great spot to enjoy lunch or dinner with fantastic daily food and happy hour specials? Look no further than the Murphy Inn in St. Clair. This is Paul, owner of the Murphy Inn. Our charming Irish pub features different food and drink specials every day of the week, plus live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday. The inn even offers 7 unique hotel rooms complete with modern amenities, perfect for overnight stays or a weekend getaway.
There ain't no doubt we're going out to the good old Murphy Inn. To the good old Murphy Inn.
AAA is excited to introduce the Huffmaster Insurance Agency right here in St. Clair. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, Huffmaster Insurance Agency has you covered. Your one-stop shop for protecting what matters most. Conveniently located across from Pine Shores Golf Course at 1015 7th Street, St. Clair. Stop by or call us at 810-637-1200. And remember, go Mariners and go Saints. Huffmaster Insurance Agency, 810-637-1200.
And welcome into the second half of play. Reed Packin here, coming at you from East China Stadium. East China United up 7-0 against Grosse Pointe North in a great first half performance. They give up the face-off here. No, actually they keep the face-off here. Great first half if you're an East China United fan. Probably not a good half if you're a Grosse Pointe North fan. But looking at Grosse Pointe North's roster, I mean, they got a young squad. They got a big team, but a young squad. Only 4 seniors on team, so there's definitely going to be some growing pains. And you can kind of see that with their record this season. East China now on the short corner, passes up to Wynn. Wynn wanted to shoot, gives it up to Chapman. Chapman can't wrangle it in. Checked from behind, scooped up by Grosse Pointe North, whistled down. Flag is out. We got a hold on number 28, Vincent Miranowski. He'll come out in the box. East China will take it out from the far corner. That is Hunter Hansen. Moves it into play. Gets it up top to Wynn. Wynn looking to get across. Gets it across. Looking down to Matt Jones. Matt Jones wants to shoot. Gives it up to Wynn. No, Hansen. Hansen couldn't wrangle it in. Now it's free. Now it's out. And across midfield. Grosse Pointe North on the counter. They're going quick. Getting pushed out deeper into the short corner. Good defensive stand there. That's what you want to do on defense. Just keep them out of that center crease. Now they're trying to work from behind the net. Stopped once by Frazier. Kind of just getting held back there. Can't find an opportunity. Comes around, shoots wide of the net, and out. We'll keep it down this way. Grosse Pointe North will take it out from the back line. Now in the short corner. Moves it across to the middle. Opportunity to shoot. Does so. Good save from Melcharsnik, who now gets it out. Bounces through. Picked up by Hansen. Gets it across midfield to Jones. Jones looks to the middle. Bounces through. Wynn chases it down. Slaps it back. Had an opportunity to just scoop it, but just hit it back into play. Big scrum for the ball now. Still free. Bounces out. No one knows where it's at. Fight for the ball. East China still can't scoop it. Passes it out. Keeps it in play. Finally, they get possession back. Ryan Wynn takes it up from the far sideline. Gets into the far corner to Hansen. Hansen to the middle. Shoots low and wide and rolls out the back. Now Jones working it in the short corner. Goes back behind the net to Chapman. Chapman to the middle. Can't wrangle it in. But Jones gets the steal. Come back down. Passes behind to Wynn. Shoots low. Deflected off. Staying this way with East China. Saw it more towards the end of the second quarter. But Grosse Pointe North is just struggling to kind of get out of these defensive plays. They definitely have the opportunity to, but East China just kind of slows down the play and gets good shots off that result in either goals or just kind of out the back, and they keep possession. But here comes Grosse Pointe now. Spins once in the middle of the field. Shoots wide right and out. Good hustle from Melcharsnik to change possession. East China now coming out from the back line. Adam Hussein gets it across midfield to Harwood. Harwood struggles to scoop, finally does so, gets it short, knocked away. Here comes Grosse Pointe North now. Spins. Goes out wide. Gets it across. Working down the far sideline. Swims in. Passes behind the net. Too long. Turnover for Grosse Pointe North. Just can't get anything going. They look athletic. They look speedy. But when they get down to the nitty-gritty of making passes within that 30-yard line, just has not been great for them. Here they come now. Long stick on the attack. Passes away to the far corner. Goes behind the net now, but long. Another turnover for Grosse Pointe North. I'd love to give some credit to East China's defense. I mean, they are there, but they aren't really forcing these bad passes. It's more just self-inflicted wounds for Grosse Pointe North. Down on the sideline, shoved out, and we got a turnover. John Smarts will take it out from the sideline. Working it into the short corner. Now behind the net. Making a long sweeping run. Swings around into the circle. He's up top. Now getting pushed out to the far corner. I was just kind of looking for an opportunity in the middle field. Here's an opportunity. Found someone streaking in through the middle of the field. Received it. Just couldn't get a clean shot off. East China will get the possession. Frazier now working it up the sideline. Gets it across. Loses the ball. Scoops it back up. Chopped down. Good stand from Grosse Pointe North on defense. Gets it across midfield. Now down the far sideline into the far corner. Goes behind the net. Hanging around the far corner. Looking for somebody to take a dive into the middle of the field. Loses it. Picks it back up. Now directly behind the goal. Had a man there in the far corner. Just another unforced error. And that will be another turnover for Grosse Pointe North. Their struggles continue offensively. Just passing errors at the root cause of a lot of their issues. Pulaski now coming up. Gets it across midfield to Jones. Jones loses the ball, re-scoops it. Trying to get out and around some defenders. Gives it up to the far corner to Wynn. Wynn to Chapman. Now Jones in the short corner, in the middle. Behind the back shot is no good. Bounces wide. East China will keep it. Ryan Wynn will take it out from the back. Goes across to Cash Chapman. Chapman working it back to the far corner. Wynn trying to get a handle on it. Wynn can't scoop. Grosse Pointe scoops it. Immediately giving up. Cash Chapman now on the top. Gets it across to Jones. Jones shoots. Great save. A rocket of a shot. Top left of the corner. Another good save from Nathaniel Gray. He's been playing a great game. It's just defensively, some of the defensemen kind of get out of position, just leaving guys open. Gray hasn't been playing a bad game in net. He's just been seeing a lot of action. Frazier looks to get it across midfield. Does so. Passes to the far corner. Hansen goes to Chapman. Chapman across to Jones. Jones up top. Shoots low. Good save from Gray. Ryan Wynn with another one of those underhand slingshots. He's been shooting those exclusively. It's only a matter of time before one of those goes in. I think he's got a lot of power on that shot. Just a good save there from Nathaniel Gray. Jones now in the middle of the field. Gets it across to Wynn. Up to Hansen. Hansen across to Pulaski. Pulaski goes behind now to Cash Chapman. Chapman looking for somebody out wide. Gets it to Wynn. Hansen. Cross to Pulaski. Pulaski looking for Jones. Can't get there. Spins out of it. Now in the middle of the field. Back to Chapman. Chapman behind the net. Cross to Wynn. Good strong possession from East China. They're not giving up anything. They're not taking any risky shots. They're waiting for something to open up. Jones now makes a spin. He's got three stepping up to him. He gives it up to Chapman. Chapman back to Jones. Up top to Wynn. Wynn to the far corner. Hansen loses it. That was a great long possession from East China, but you got to end in some shot on goal there. Good control of play, but you walk away from that feeling a little dissatisfied. Now Grosse Pointe North behind the net, getting pressured by Frazier. Now passes to the short corner. This is Smarch. Smarch now open and free. Good short toss. Melcharznik comes in, blows up the play, gets it up to Harwood. Harwood streaking across. He's got an opportunity for a hat trick. High up top. I think he knew it too. He knew what that goal would have meant. It's okay. He's trying to keep possession. Jones now, short corner, shoots quickly. Great save from Gray. That thing was going top left corner. Grosse Pointe North gets away. They change possession, slings this thing across midfield. Can't get a handle on it. Now scooped by East. No, they can't scoop it. Picked up by Grosse Pointe North. Spins out of defenders and now can't get it across. Frazier breaks it up. Picks it back up by Grosse Pointe North. Shoots and scores. Grosse Pointe North gets their first goal of the game. I believe that was number 15, Levi Olsey.
Grosse Pointe North goal, scored by number 15.
Just kind of hung around and play there. Both teams fighting for the ball, but East China just couldn't scoop it up when they had plenty of opportunities to do so. And I don't know if that was Olsey who originally scooped it up from close to midfield, but great play, spinning out of multiple defenders. Got it up, kind of got knocked away, and Olsey was there to scoop and shoot quickly. Grosse Pointe North wins the faceoff. They get it across midfield. This is number 5, Cameron Ducarme. Ducarme goes short corner to Smarch. Smarch looking to go behind the net. Nope. Goes back up top. Grosse Pointe North trying to get another shot on goal here. Shoots high, picked up from behind the net. Goes across to Smarch. Smarch receives in the short corner. Has some space in the middle. Defense smothering. Shoots now. Saved low by Melcharznik. Melcharznik sends this one. Given up. Picked up by Smarch. Now Grosse Pointe North on the counter. Shoots and scores. Olsey once again finds himself in a good spot. Defense started clearing out. Left Olsey all alone right in front of the goal. Popped up right towards his way. Turned, shot, scored. Score now 7-2. East China United still up for another face-off as we got 14 seconds left to go in this quarter. Pushed back towards Grosse Pointe North. Can't get a handle on it. Now picked up. Nope, still fighting for the ball. Big scrum for it. Matt Jones trying to get a handle on it. He finally scoops it, and that will do it for the third quarter. Score's getting a little bit closer, but it's still 7-2. East China leads, and we'll be back for the fourth quarter after this break.
LaFontaine Chevy Buick GMC of St. Clair invites you to experience the hottest lineup of SUVs on the road today, like the all-new 2025 Buick Enclave. Timeless, yet undeniably modern, the new Enclave is next level at every facet. Thinking about going all electric? Think about the award-winning Chevy Blazer EV. Whether driving around town or across the country, the Blazer EV offers an impressive 283-mile range. Start shopping now at LaFontaine Chevrolet Buick GMC.com.
North Star Bank believes in banking on a first-name basis. Our bankers get to know you, your goals, and your dreams. This allows for the flexible solutions you need with the personalized service you deserve. North Star Bank provides the same services a national bank offers with a local commitment, all streamlined and simplified to fit your life. It's a better banking experience, personalized just for you. They'll show you why putting customers first makes all the difference. Equal housing member FDIC.
And welcome back to the fourth quarter of the game. East China United holding on to the lead. They lead 7-2 as we come in to a face-off to start off the fourth quarter. East China has been struggling with these face-offs. Something they definitely got to clean up. Although today, and there's a good win. I said that a little too early. But today, don't really need it as much as they're up 7-2. However, Grosse Pointe North just scored 2 unanswered goals. So they got to stop this momentum before it gets a little out of control. They got it up top now. It's Hansen. Hansen goes to the far corner to Jones. Jones wants to shoot. Does so way high and wide and out of bounds. Wynn will take this out from the back. Now in the short corner. Gets it up top to put. Nope, Hansen. Hansen up top. Now across to Jones. Jones trying to make something happen. He's got 2 on him. Gets away. Gets it across to Wynn. Wynn behind the net to Chapman. Chapman spins back the other way. Coming across to the far corner. Spins back. Coming to the short corner. Gets it to Hansen. Back up top to Wynn. Wynn wanted to shoot. Gives it up. Frazier. Now passes out. Huddis. Too high on that shot. Goes out the back.
It's a really quick season. We played about 15 games in like 5-6 weeks.
Coming out of the backside of the field, we got a whistle. Just a reset. Hansen receives in the short corner. Up top to Wynn. Wynn to Frazier. Frazier to Huddis. Huddis behind the net to Chapman. Coming across to the short corner. Gives it up to Hansen over the head of Hansen and out of bounds. Turnover. Grosse Pointe North ball. Pressured by Chapman. Speeds away. Splits 2 defenders. Gets across midfield. Avoids another check. Gets it up to the middle. Good shot opportunity. Shoots and scores. John Smarch, heavily involved on the last 2 goals, finally gets one of his own. With 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Grosse Pointe North now with their 3rd unanswered goal. East China United got to answer in some way or another right now. Just to take the wind out of Grosse Pointe North's sails. You don't want them to start catching heat. Perhaps that all starts right here with another face-off. Pops out free, scooped up. Gets it up to Wynn. Wynn drops back, resets as some subs come in. Frazier and Hansen settling into the middle of the field. Wynn hanging around up top, taking his time. Killing some clock. Now gets pressured, gets across to Frazier. Frazier handles, cuts in through the middle. Hansen can't receive. Frazier almost scooped it back up. Still free. Frazier's got it in the short corner. Goes up to Hansen. Hansen to Wynn. Settles it up top. Receives pressure. Hansen. Back to Wynn. East China just trying to kill a lot of clock right now. But they give up the ball. Cash Chapman is there to pick it up before it goes out. Now coming across to the short corner. Goes to Frazier. Frazier backs away. Hansen to Wynn. Wynn across to Jones. Jones to Hansen. Hansen wants to shoot. Got stuffed up. Flags are thrown. Wynn shoots. Scores. Top right corner. He finally gets one in. You just knew he was going to be able to score eventually, Ryan Wynn. Or actually, he already has one. But he has not been afraid to shoot from that area. It was only a matter of time before he scored again, I should say.
East China goal scored by number 8, Ryan Wynn. Assist number 6.
And that is how you answer the call of 3 unanswered goals. Just kill a lot of clock and have that possession end with a goal. And it just makes it that much harder for GPN to be motivated for a comeback. They win the faceoff, streaking down the middle of the field. Gets around one, shoots. Wide left. That was a good opportunity. Elcharznik jumps for it and gets possession. Tegan Harbin was the one who won that faceoff and split multiple defenders to get a one-on-one with the goalie. Just couldn't get it on net. Frazier now working up the far sideline. Gets it in, can't handle it. Goes through, rolls out. Turnover for East China. Ball is knocked away. Defense finally launches it through. Here comes Grosse Pointe North. Moving it into the far corner. Gets it behind the net. Now in the far corner. Loses it. Fight for the ball. Grosse Pointe North gets it back. Swings it across to the other side towards the near corner. Now in the short corner. Goes back further behind the net. Looking for space. Gets through 2. Wants to shoot. Can't get an opportunity. Passes up top. Gets it to the far corner. Shoots. Scores. Bottom right. Grosse Pointe North coming alive late in this game. Just perhaps a bit too late. Game would have been a lot closer if they would have been doing these kind of things earlier on. They just couldn't get anything going. I think in the last quarter, definitely. But towards the end of the third, their passing has been much improved from the first half. They haven't been just giving up as many turnovers. And that's a crazy thing. When you don't turn over the ball, you tend to have more opportunities to score. Face off here. Big fight for the ball. It's free, a lot of kick going around. Going to be scooped up by East China. Going down the far sideline. Checked out and flag is thrown. Number 3, Max Daly will have to come out. Coming in from the far sideline, it's East China. Gets it up top to Win. Win across to Hussein. Hussein can't grab it. Good physical play from Grosse Pointe North, not letting East China pick up the ball. Pulaski now has it. Gets it over to Matt Jones in the far corner. Up top to Win. Win across to Hansen. Hansen shoots and scores. Bottom right off a bounce. Another good goal for East China there. Six minutes left to go.
East China goal, score number 16.
I think that might be good enough for East China to feel pretty comfortable with the rest of this game. Score is now 8-4. Another face-off here in the middle of the field. Scooped up by Grosse Pointe North, slapped away. Now scooped. Nope, still free. Whistles on the field. Grosse Pointe North will gain possession. Going across, bounces off one defender. Now in the middle of the field. Stripped away. Now here comes East China. Big hit. Grosse Pointe, a flag is thrown. Whistles are blown. Number 19, Dane Wilson, comes sit out in the box. Ryan Wynn will take it out from the 35. As we got about 5.5 minutes left to go in this game. Ryan Wynn to Pulaski. Pulaski over to Jones. Jones back behind the net to Chapman. Chapman to Hansen in the short corner. Back up top to Wynn. Wynn dumps it into the middle to Hussein. Hussein shoots and scores. Bottom right. East China took their time there, passing around the horn. Got everybody involved on a pass. Ryan Wynn finished it off by just dumping it into Adam Hussein, who was just ever so slightly coming across the middle of the field. Caught in stride. Just nice little easy underhand shot off the ground and in. Now it is 10-4 East China. Frazier tracks this one down, scoops it, spins back to the middle. Ryan Wynn in the short corner. Passes up top. Hansen looking for space. Ooh, way high pass. Turnover here for East China. Timeout Grosse Pointe North with 4:48 left to go in this fourth quarter. Never say never. Anything can happen in 4:48. But if I were East China, I'd be feeling pretty good right now. Up by 6. Under 5 minutes left to go. Offense just looks dominant. Defense is holding their own. I just imagine Coach Brian Payton of Grosse Pointe North just wanted this timeout. Just kind of collect his guys. Just try to finish this game off in a nice way rather than the score be so lopsided. Get a couple more goals in to close that gap. walk out of this game feeling perhaps a little bit better. Have some things to work off of in the coming week.
The uncertainty is
Grosse Pointe North will take it out from the back line. Drops it, rolls out. Turnover, Grosse Pointe North. Tried to spin out of the defender's way. Just lost the ball. Just trickled out of bounds. Here comes Ryan Wynn out of the sideline. Comes in, uncontested, shoots and scores. Grosse Pointe North just didn't want to step up on Ryan Wynn. Took it right out from the sideline. Walked in. Just kept coming on closer and closer, just seeing how close he can get to the net. About 20 yards, about 10 yards out. Sent one in and scored. I believe that's his hat trick. Ryan Wynn goal to send East China up 11-4. Another face-off, middle of the field. I'm sure that's not what Grosse Pointe talked about in their huddle during the timeout. Well, we got a whistle and a timeout. Or sorry, not a timeout. Turnover. Here comes Grosse Pointe North. Goes to the far corner. Here's a guy streaking in the middle of the field. Can't get it to him. Goes behind the net. Noah Rubio trying to make something happen. Throws it across field. Stays with Grosse Pointe North coming out. Now in the back field behind the net. Swinging it across to the far corner. Loses the ball. Man down. Ball is free. Grosse Pointe North will keep possession. Take it out from the far sideline. They're in the far corner. Go behind the net now. Just can't scoop it. Finally gets it. Trying to find space into the middle of the field. Passes up. Broken up by the defense. Good play from Carson Hudis. Kind of getting there to knock the ball free. Flag is thrown. Here comes Grosse Pointe North down the far sideline. Looking for a break in. Can't see it. Backs away. Resets. And now in the far corner. Can't receive the ball. Still free on the ground. A lot of action in the far corner. Both teams just can't get a handle on it. Finally rolls out of bounds, and we're staying this way. It's Grosse Pointe North ball. 3 minutes left to go. Here comes Grosse Pointe North now in the far corner. Shoots. Knocked down by the defense. Picked back up by Grosse Pointe North up top. Tried to pass but lost it. Can't get a handle on it. Into the middle of the field. Finds someone. Immediately pressed by Melcharsnik. Melcharsnik dives on the ball. I believe that's a holding on East China, so Grosse Pointe North will take it out from the outside. Now in the short corner, can't bring it in, but they'll get it behind the net. Emerson Hilliker now in the deep far corner, passes behind the net. Finds space in the middle of the field, but loses it. East China picks it up. Frazier now on the counter. Spins around one, cuts through the other. Good move. Now in the middle of the field, wants to shoot, loses the ball. Hansen up top, trying to get hold of it. Can't do it. Finally gets a hold of it. Hansen in the short corner now. Looking to give it up. Gets it up top to Win. Win shoots. Wide right. Another low shot. It will stay with East China. Cash Chapman will take it out from the back line. Passes to the far corner. Tries to go in. Miss pass. Hansen will scoop it. Gives it up to Frazier up top. Frazier shoots. Bounces. Save for Gray. Gray gets it out quickly. Grosse Pointe North can't get a handle on it. Good chop down. Keeps the ball free. Slaps the ball up towards midfield. Now scooped up by Grosse Pointe North. Coming down the far sideline. Gets it into the middle. Shoots. High and right of the net. Rolls out of bounds with 1 minute left to go. East China defense will take it out. Melcharsnik with the ball. Scooped up by Hansen. Hansen loses it. Making moves in. Passes to Chapman. Chapman loops it around. Passes up top to Frazier. Frazier can't handle it. Hansen passes the far corner over the head. Turnover for East China with 23 seconds left to go. Picked up by Win. Win shoots it right back and high over the net. Good heads-up play from Ryan Win. Intercepted that pass. And in one fluid motion, received and shot, but just a little high. 15 seconds. Ball is free. Hussein grabs it. Win. Now up top. 7 to go. Three seconds left to go. Grosse Pointe North will take it out from the back, and this will do it for the game. Big win for East China United. They get back in the win column. This win will get them closer to 500 overall, but it will get them to 500 in league play. So hopefully they can build off of this win, this good 11-4 win against Grosse Pointe North, and we can see what they will do in their upcoming slate of games. Thank you for tuning in. This has been CTV Community TV's coverage of East China sports. You've been watching East China United go against Grosse Pointe North. I have been your commentator, Reed Packin, and have a good night.
This has been a CTV sports presentation of East China High School Sports. Presented by Magna, magna.com/careers, with support from LaFontaine Chevy, Buick, GMC, where you get the family deal. By Murphy Inn Hotel and Restaurant, by Ace Hardware, and LaFontaine Ford, where you get the family deal, and by North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way, and by CTV Community TV for Marine City and St. Clair.